If I just stay put, everything will be just fine. Ah, you need some. Good to see you. I assume this visit is more than social. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't looking? That tablet seems to be gaining in popularity by the day. I told Pharrell the price, 2,000, and that's final. Truly? Well, I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Still, better you than Dalriata. She put us in a terrible position, you know. She came here and demanded we hand over part of our treasury, just because it was once theirs, as if we could afford to show any more weakness. Take the tablet, do whatever you wish with it. I never want to hear about it again.
Hello again. If you need in... Aye, it would be. Delrida know how to work stone in the most intricate way, but we're also quite fond of grandiosity. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you not to part with it just yet. The stone wardens are waiting for it, and I can't really be seen lugging it around. But it's far, and you're very strong. You can handle it with no problem. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too. Give me your map, and I'll mark their camp. Here's the reward I promised. And I'm sure Kvor will have a little extra something for you too.
Always a pleasure. Good day.
Careful.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Oh, is that you, Roy? Have you finally come to visit your grandpa? What took you so long? Did you lose that toy of yours again? I remember you wouldn't go anywhere without it. But I see you're all grown up now, so it's probably long gone. Oh, good. That's good. You remembered to always have it with you. Do you remember why you got this plushie? Aye, don't forget about him. Remember, family is the most important thing. No matter what happens or how things are, they're your kin by blood, and you can't fool that bond. I've always been there for you too. Oh, by the way, do you happen to remember that rhyme I wrote for you? When the dark night comes, the menhir will feast. All right. And what about the next verse? But if a wicked foe dares cross our floor. Oh, it is really you. On the Old Mother, you have grown. How much time must have passed? Something must be really messed up in my head. Tell me, dear Roy, will you take me home now? You're serious about this? Fine, then. If you say so, I'll trust you. I'll stay in the hospital, but damn it, this better not take long. Here, take this, and get yourself something nice at the inn. Leave me now. Grandpa has to rest. It was good to see you.
I know. I saw what you did. I'm not sure if lying to him was the best idea. But, well, it's better than nothing. Thank you. You've helped us both. I'm just so relieved I didn't have to handle this one thing all on my own. But I can't keep going on like this for much longer. I can't run this hospital all on my own. It's an impossible task. Someone with money, preferably. I won't lie. I've thought about it already. More than once. Someone who can supply us with ingredients. Maybe an alchemist to make the medicines. At one point, I even considered asking the Red Priests for help. But Neonte would have my head. Then I thought about Orwin and the Merchants' Union. But I can't abandon the patients just to have a long discussion about the business prospects of a failing hospital. Huh. What doesn't she have against them? First, she abhors the doctrine of K. On a purely theological level. Her words, not mine. And then it's all about politics. She says The influence of the Red Church is undermining the position of the All-Mother on Avalon. I don't know. Maybe people just turn to whoever is willing to help. If the priestesses aren't enough, someone has to step in. I know. That's why I'm hesitant. But some of them are also quite innovative. No one can deny that their research into the Red Death has led to real progress in medicine. I suppose if I were ever to run a hospital with one, I'd have to make sure they don't get too ambitious. You do that? For me? Why? I just told you the hospital has no money. I can't pay you for your efforts. That's very noble of you. But still, when the hospital is back on its feet, I'll find a way to repay you. Thank you. Even if it doesn't work out. Your offer means the world to me. I've been alone with this for so long. It's good to finally have some hope.
You're here. Let me look at you. You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the Menhir. The All-Mother herself must be watching over you. Whatever the All-Mother wanted you to see is between you and her. I can only accept and work with the outcome. Besides, I'm more concerned with the impact your little spectacle had on the sentiments in the village. You've given people hope. Only time will tell if that was misguided or what the consequences will be if it proves true. You shouldn't listen to that lunatic. Every time I see him, he's under the influence of goddess only knows what. I suppose he's right, and the Menhir really can be reignited. Then what? This land is dying and barely produces any crops. Menhir or not, I can't see a future for Kunart. You would need a miracle to survive. Relocation would be the best outcome for everyone. There is more than one way to spread the All-Mother's grace. Why shouldn't a priestess take part in leading the people she serves? Lord Yvain is in a precarious situation. He needs all the support he can get, and supporting him in this endeavor only benefits the residents of Kunart. Besides, my apprentice Ailey is very talented and can handle all the matters that require a more hands-on approach perfectly well. So you've seen what happened with your own eyes. I shouldn't, but Maybe the Menhir's reaction to your arrival was a sign from the All-Mother. Maybe you are someone who can help. You never asked me whose grave it is. I come here because it's a reminder of how I failed those who counted on me, and I should feel sorrow, guilt, something. But the truth is, I lost part of myself long before Maeve was taken. I stand here. I wait for a feeling to appear, and nothing comes to me. Not ever. At the corrupted temple, something happened when I was still a priestess out there. I feel like something was taken from me, ripped from my very soul. And I've been hearing her voice ever since. Lorelia. And it seems you've only scratched the surface of her purpose. You need to return. Speak to her again, but this time ask directly about me. Who am I to her? Why is she calling? There's something she knows. Something I can't piece together alone. I wouldn't ask this of you if it weren't important. Whatever connection I had to Lorelia, it's tied to what I lost at that temple. If you can find that thread and pull it free, perhaps we'll both find the answers we need. If you want to help me, I need you to go to the corrupted temple, find her, find out what she wants from me. Thank you. Whatever this is, it has haunted me long enough. Here lies Lady Maeve, wife of Lord Yvain Tarion, my dearest friend. The one I couldn't help. You're wondering why I'm here, aren't you? I'm wondering the same. I thought I'd find solace, or perhaps even grief, but all I feel is numbness. The hospital will manage without me for a little while longer. Ailey is more capable than she realizes. The hospital, yes, I've seen the state it's in, and I've seen Ailey's devotion to her work. She's right, it needs more than just repairs. It needs purpose. The All-Mother's Temple was meant to be a place of comfort and healing, but it became distant and unapproachable. What good is faith if it doesn't reach the people who need it most? I would like to help, truly, but I cannot. There is something I must resolve first. Something that has haunted me for far too long. Go with...
Spare a coin for the hungry.
If I just stay put, everything...
Yes?
I'll await...
Oh, hell. Ah. Ah. She is? That's interesting news. Though I had no idea the hospital had financial problems. I thought it was funded by our brave Camelosian army. Or was it Lord Yvain? I can never remember. That I don't doubt. But you see, I prefer it when business is simple. Complicated sounds like the opposite of a good opportunity. That's true. But in Kunacht, people would sooner dig up their grandmother's miracle recipes than pay for something they used to get for free. I need some concrete ideas. So, we're selling people their grandmother's miracle recipes, just with new names and fancy bottles. Clever. We'd also need more funds to start, so we'll take advantage of Camelot still being here and charge them for everything. Legate Denholm won't be thrilled, but it's that or let his soldiers suffer in the barracks. I have to say, you've come prepared, and with some solid ideas. Not just me, I hope. We'll need backing from the rest of the Merchants' Union. Start with Bonksy and Osmond, get them to join in, and talk to Irwin since we'll need an alchemist. The more support we have, the better.
What brings you this way? Welcome. Looking... And? I assume you're here to hand me an invitation? Let's skip the pleasantries. Why would merchants take over the patronage of a hospital? And why should I have anything to do with it? Touching, but I'll have to disappoint you. I couldn't care less. The people of Kunacht have always had a knack for entrusting their lives to magical scarecrows, like that menhir looming over us. As you can see, wisdom isn't their strong suit. If you don't have a better argument, we might as well end this conversation now. The All-Mother or the Red Church. What a wretched choice. Oh, I can already picture the hospital in either scenario. Devotees brimming with pity alongside that cynical Neonte. Or a pack of lunatics scheming how to dig into their patient's guts. No, thank you. You've convinced me. But you'll have to put in some effort. I've been having a serious problem with my supplies lately. The Red Church is hoarding every remotely valuable alchemical ingredient for themselves. Here's a list of items I particularly need. Come back when you have everything. Then I'll join this union, whatever that turns out to be. Now off with you. You've got plenty of work ahead.
Oh, hello there. Always a pleasure to see you.
You're back. Good choice. What do you need? You finished quicker than I expected. Let me take a look. Daffodil and Mandrake. Not the finest batches I've ever seen, but they'll do. As for the straw child skulls, exquisite, truly an excellent selection. My congratulations. Ah, and the phase blood, a rare one. Perfect. It seems that's everything. As promised, I'll join the Merchants Union in that investment and lend my resources to the hospital. I must say, it's satisfying to know the Red Priests won't get their claws on it.
Nice to see you. Hello again. What do you need today? Ha! I'm not surprised he's asking me. Without my financial backing and, more importantly, my experience, most of the guild's investments wouldn't stand a chance. They really value my involvement, and that gives me leverage. In other words, I can do a bit of bargaining. Have you heard the legend of Robbie of Grubwood? A bandit who stole from rich merchants and gave the gold to commoners. They say he was an incredible archer. At least, that's how the story goes. People say the same about me, but I'm still waiting for someone to write a song about me, like they did for Robbie. It's only a matter of time. Robbie's long dead. I heard someone in his gang betrayed him. He's buried in a tomb not far from here, along with his bow. And that bow has been on my mind for a while now, you see. According to legend, it's made from centuries-old yew, and enchanted by a druid whose life Robbie once saved. Bring me that bow, and I'll support Alwyn's investment. What do you say? That's what I like to hear. I always say sticking close to older, more experienced folks is worth it. There's so much you can learn from them. Am I right? Of course I am!
Nice to see you. Good to see you. I don't know. I got an offer to supply ingredients for healing potions. But honestly, that doesn't sound very exciting. My adventures are more about leaping over chasms and escaping collapsing ruins than gathering wildflowers. Maybe so, but it's still not worth spending as much time on it as Alwyn wants. I could be exploring underground labyrinths or running from guards across rooftops instead. You know what? You're right. That could work. But I can't go anywhere until I sell off all my wares. How about it? Want to take the lot? I'll give you a big discount. Yes? Did you manage to scrape together the money? Oh, I hope so. I'm starting to feel like I'm rooted to this spot. Fantastic. If you don't need something, you can always sell it later and even make a profit. Let Alwyn know I'm in, and I can't wait for my first trip to gather ingredients. The world's too big to sit still. I gotta...
Oh, hello there!
Good day.
What brings you this way?
I talked to Gil. You know, I never thought he had it in him. I know he didn't kill the old bastard on purpose, but that was some quick thinking. Still, I wish he hadn't felt like he had to keep it to himself all those years. Not much. Granddad beat me until I passed out. It was probably the closest he came to killing me. When I woke up, I was in pain. Granddad was gone, and Gil just patched me up and then acted like nothing had happened. We never said a word about it. I guess we both wanted to forget, just for different reasons. No, we talked about it, and the only thing keeping him here was Gil. But I promised to back down a bit, let him do his own thing. He's gone to talk to Yvain's master of horses about taking him as an apprentice. I'll miss him, but I guess it'll do us both good. Thank you for what you've done for us. May the All-Mother bless you.
Have a nice day.
To your hovel, coward! I've had worse. Tis but a scratch. I will be your down. I'll strike you down. Show me what you are made of.
Like many things in Avalon, it seems. But yes, they used to be quite influential. Sometimes unnervingly so. They had the ears and hearts of the people, and they made them rather bold in voicing their opinions. As you can imagine, we didn't always see eye to eye. That led to some unfortunate confrontations. I couldn't allow people to openly disagree with me, no matter the influence they thought they held among my subjects. The temple's representatives didn't approve of my use of the weirdness during the war, and they made their opposition public. I decided that such opposition deserved punishment. Sometimes it's necessary, and that was one of those times. In times of war, a leader cannot appear weak, cannot afford to look uncertain. Call it what you like, but war demands obedience, not debate.
There's no need for violence.
Hello. Coming back to me, I see. You must have excellent taste. What about it? You found it? Oh, quite elegant indeed. It just needs one small adjustment. Do you know how many legends and songs I've heard about this Robbie guy? Oh, what a remarkable marksman he was. Splitting an arrow already lodged in the bullseye with his own during a tournament. What a story. But did anyone actually see it happen? Why make up nonsense when there are just as good, or even better, living archers out there? One of them lives right here in Connacht. Why not write songs about him? A bandit is a bandit, and yet here we are, turning a thief and murderer into some sort of romantic hero. Some hero. I gave my word, didn't I? And do you know who breaks their word? People without honor, thieves and bandits. No one would ever call me that. Everyone knows I keep my promises. Leave it already?
What brings you this way?
Ah. That's terrific news. I must say I'm impressed. Getting that lot to agree on anything is not a small feat. Now, we can really get started. Ailey will stay on as head of the hospital. But with steady finances and a reliable supply of medicine, it should take a lot of the burden off her shoulders. In the meantime, we'll turn this endeavor into a truly profitable business. You know, I've got to say, it's been a real pleasure working with you. The whole of Connacht will owe you a great deal. Take care out there. Hello again.
lost knowledge of lost people, rotting away in the bowels of lost Connacht. I've often wondered if these scrolls would ever see the light of day again. I only knew they existed, hidden away. My old master once planned to retrieve them, but, well, as for me, I've long known that a burning curiosity can easily lead to immolation. Thank you for bringing them to me. Now we can keep each other company as we rot away to oblivion.
You can see me. That's not how it... The All-Mother holds all wisdom in her womb. The threads of destiny intertwine. The tides flow to the rhythm of her heartbeat. In prayer, you will find greater wisdom than in all the scrolls and books of the world. Ah, Niante, the fractured one. Yes, she feels the void, doesn't she? The emptiness, where her compassion once dwelled. What she cast away? A fragment, a spark. Hers, yet no longer hers. It clings to me now, bound in service to the All-Mother. And does she need it? Truly? Compassion can be a burden, a chain that weighs down the soul. I held it for her because she could not bear it. She gave it to me. Because the All-Mother does not abandon her children. Niante's compassion is a spark, a light meant to guide her. Without it, she stumbles in darkness. But to reclaim it, she must prove herself. It is not a gift freely given. It must be earned. Is that what she told you? that I stole it like a thief in the night. No, it was her despair, her doubt, that cast it away. I merely caught it. Then she must prove herself worthy. That fragment is steeped in corruption. To return it as it is would destroy her. Take this. It holds what she has lost. Bring it to the All-Mother's altar and cleanse it in her light. Only then will it be safe to return. Go, and tell me Auntie this. The fire she extinguished still burns, but only she can decide whether to let it consume her or warm her soul.